Friday, the 25th of April, and I'm ready to do time in jail for my mother. I'm going to stay at me. Honest to God, she's just gone off on the bus, right? I don't know how I never turned around and said, please don't bring her back. Why is it whenever I decide to go to bed, even though I thought I wouldn't go to bed, I'm fast asleep, 5 o'clock in the morning, my phone's going, I can feel it vibrating on the side table. I can hear it and feel it because I think my arm must have been on. And I'm like that with one eye. Mum. And I can't ignore it. It'd be easy to say, put your phone on silent and just ignore it. Answer the phone. All fucking arsey. Where are you? I've had to tell porcupines today. I have. I've had to ring the doctor to get an emergency appointment because that's all you seem to be able to get at my doctor. What's up with you? What the fuck's up with me? What's up with me? I want to fucking kill myself. No, I said, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, what can I say? I was like, oh, well, I said I was told I had to ring to get an appointment on the day because you don't seem to be giving out appointments. She went, yeah, that's fine. She said, what's the problem? And I said, oh, there's a few things. And I said, oh, I got water coming out my leg. And she went, all right, yeah. And I said, and I need to talk about my tablets because I said, they're not right. And she went, oh, okay, then come at 3:10. So I said, right, thanks. So now I'm thinking, what the fuck am I going to say? Because I do want to talk about my tablets because they gave me these tablets, right? Happy tablets. They're making me fucking happy. No, they're fucking not. They're not doing anything. I think I need Prozac, I tell you. I'm going to say they're crap. They put me on 150 milligram of sertraline. And what's it supposed to do? It's done feck all for me. Anyway, I do want some cream for my leg because my left leg, I did have water coming out my leg. And they said that they would refer me to lymphedema clinic. Never heard a thing. But the real reason I want to go to the doctors today is to chase up my weight management appointment. They said you should hear something by the end of April. Come back. Well, it's the 25th today. Then it's the weekend. And then it's the end of April. I'm not going to get a letter today or Monday. And my surgeon, my breast surgeon, wrote to my doctor. She wrote to my doctor. She said she told them how I would benefit greatly from bariatric surgery and it would lower my estrogen levels, which causes the cancers. It will give me my life back. It will allow me to get my knees done. I've had the phone call for that now. So basically, I just want to go in, get my stomach cut out and go home. Obviously, I know that's not going to happen at the doctor's. Warren did say to me, do you want to go through my private healthcare at work, because I'm on that, and have this bariatric surgery? But I said no, because, yeah, so we shall see. It's Friday. I've only got the weekend now, and then my radiotherapy starts. So next week and the week after is going to be a freaking killer. Because I'm always tired. Oh, no. Oh. And one of the biggest things on radiotherapy is it makes you tired. So I probably won't even notice any difference. But when you're tired and then trying to deal with someone who's got dementia, that's hard work, as it is. So next week's going to be even harder. Anyway, we get through it, don't we? I know I'm not the only one. There's a few people out there that will feel my pain with regards to looking after someone. And if even though the carers are, in my eyes, useless, I wouldn't cope at all right now if they weren't coming. So Yeah. And my mother's gone off on the bus now and she's got her head up her arse. So hopefully by the time she comes home, she will have released her head out of her arse and be okay. She wants me to get her bananas and squash. When I go out, because I'm going to nip to the shop. I'm going to go in. I need to finish editing my video. I'm going to look on TikTok, because that's my favourite place. Even though I've got hundreds of cookbooks. I'm going to look on TikTok and see what to cook for tonight for dinner. I did say I'd take Dexter to see Minecraft, the movie, today, but now I've got the doctors. And it's a bit like, oh, I don't know. I'll see if he wants to go at the weekend instead. Because one minute he wants to go, and then he's like, no, I don't want to go. And then he's like, yeah, I want to go. And no, I'm not going now. So, yeah. Right. Let's go in and sort out my shit. I also had a look. I don't use my Thermomix at the moment as much as I should. I made pizza dough. It's a fantastic kit. Honestly, it's the best gadget I've ever bought. Or Warren's ever bought me. I did have it for my 50th, which, you know, is nice of him. But you pay £40 a year to have this machine because it runs off an app. You can use it without the app, but you'd need to know the recipe and to tell it what to do without the app, if you know what I mean. Oh my God. I was looking on there this morning when I was awake, you know, 5 o'clock. And there was cookies. White chocolate cookies, and then there was chocolate and walnut cookies. So I was like, I looked at the ingredients, and I've got all the ingredients, so I was like, oh, I might make them for the kids. So I might make some fresh cookies. I can work out the calories, although they do tell you the calories on the recipe. But the Thermomix is just, honestly, it's an amazing bit of kit. It just makes it for you. You don't have to stir it. You don't even have to wash it up. It washes itself up. Bit of water, squirt of liquid, chuck it on. It cleans itself, and you put it back to bed until you want to use it again. But it's worth the £40 if you're using it constantly. I'm probably using it twice a month at the minute, but I'd still pay the money because I want the app, you know. But say you've got, you open your fridge and you've got chicken. You can just write in chicken, and then it brings up literally hundreds, if not thousands, of recipes with chicken. So you can make whatever. It makes soup. I know I bought a soup maker, but it makes soup. But using the Thermomix is more of a faff than just using the soup maker. So if I want to make soup, I'd probably use that rather than the Thermomix, unless there's a particular recipe where you've got to saute stuff first and that. It makes anything. I was looking at sourdough, but you had to use 200 grams of Mother's something. I can't remember what it was called. Mother's something, whatever it was. And then it said see recipe. So basically you had to make this recipe first, which was basically like a fermented jar of whatever it was, which is what you need for the sourdough. So you had to make that first. I think it was something you could make and just stick in the fridge. But the sourdoughs and stuff that you can make looked amazing. I did make bread rolls once in the Thermomix, and they came out like doorstops. But when I reread the recipe, I missed out a complete section of proving it and that, and I never proved them, so I just put them straight in the oven. I think I was a bit keen, so I need to get better at that. If you want some good recipes, I watch The Dinner Lady. She's really good. She's got quite a few subscribers, and she makes proper decent, wholesome food. And I watch her cooking and I'm like, oh, I could make that. She makes her own pastry. She's got no amazing gadgets. She's traditional. She's got air fryer. She's got a KitchenAid mixer. But she's, you know, proper basic cooking, and her food just looks amazing. And her husband's also got a channel. He features in her videos as the food test taster. And she sometimes is in his, but he's called Betty Eats Food. I think Betty Eats Food. I'll link their channels below. Check them out, because if you're thinking to yourself, oh, what can I make this week for food? There, you'll get some good ideas off them. Especially if you're calorie counting, you can work it out easy enough. And I think they do some keto recipes, and he does Slimming World now and again. I'm not sure if he's doing it at the moment or not, but he does recipes that are good for Slimming World as well. Yeah, check him out. I will link them below. If I haven't linked them below and I've forgotten, let me know, because sometimes I'm like that and I forget because I'm tired. Right, I'm going to go in now. That's enough for 18 minutes I've been talking shit. I'll let you know what I eat today, but I'm definitely not hungry. It must be working, because I'm not even hungry. I'm not even thinking about it. Even though I'm talking about food, I'm not. Food's not on my mind today. But I'm going to go in and look for a recipe to do later. I'm on a normal day today, as in I haven't got an easier day. They've now been used up. I had Wednesday, Thursday as easier days, even though yesterday was a bit of a crap one because I didn't end up eating because I had a tantrum because my mother was playing out, but there we are. But yeah, I've got what I call normal days now, but I've still got like 1900 and something. Can't remember exactly what, that many. Which is a good amount, because I know some of you are like on 1200, which is, I know it's harsh, 1200, but the only reason I get more calories is because I'm got a fat ass, so I'm not really lucky in that way. I'm lucky because I can eat nicer things because I've got more calories to play with, but then I'm not lucky because I'm fat. But when I do, I say when, but when I do get down to a lot lower calories, I will just have to sit down and think about what I'm going to eat and not eat so much of the, what I call the shit that I like, you know. I like a bit of shit. And I'm not afraid in telling you I like a bit of shit. And if you don't like me eating a bit of shit, tough fucking shit. Right, I need to write my list. First off, write my list for the doctor. What have I got to say? Tablets. My life's over. Because I'm big, I can't cope anymore, and I need my niece to put the tears all over. They don't even work with a doctor, do they, tears? They're just like, oh dear. Anyway, I've got to take these in. My mother, my lovely mother, bought these tea towels when we went to Sainsbury's the other day, and I told her I'd take them home and wash them for her. She didn't really need tea towels, but she reckoned she did, so I let her buy them. They're quite nice. They're Habitat ones, just nice brightly coloured tea towels. But you know, towels when they're new, if you don't wash them, they don't soak up, do they? With any towel, so I'll wash them for her. And then take them back. Are they long enough to strangle her with? No, they're not. That's a shame. That's a joke, by the way. I'll be on TV. HTV. Woman comes to the end of her tether and strangles her mother. She is now in prison for the rest of her life. That's one way of getting thin, isn't it? Live on prison food. Anyway. See you later. Right, I'm on my way to Tesco. I have decided what to do for dinner. I've looked on TikTok and there was a gentleman on there doing beef stroganoff in the slow cooker, and it looked really nice. So that's what we're going to have tonight. Beef stroganoff with mashed potato and tender stem broccoli. Very nice indeed. I just hope the beef's nice and not all chewy. There's nothing worse than a chewy meat. So yeah, I'm gonna get that. I fancy a wrap for lunch. Now Warren's home early on a Friday, so you know the wraps where you cut a little slit in it and then you put about 3 different fillings in it, and then you turn it over and you've got like a triangular bit. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'm gonna pick up either some beef burgers or some pork breakfast patties as the meat. I'm gonna get some cheese. Might pick up some plastic cheese, but I need grated cheese anyway. And a little bit of salad in there. And do that for lunch with a pack of crisps or something. I'll do that for everybody. It's easy. Won't take long. Yeah, and then beef stroganoff tonight. And that should be about right. Oh God, I'm still bloody yawning. I look a mess, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go to the doctor's looking a mess. Then he can probably see a poor girl, poor woman. Yeah, she needs a break in life. I bloody do, let me tell you. I do need a break in life. The only break I'll probably get is my friggin' leg. Right, I'm gonna go into Tesco. I've got a list, but you know me and lists. It's quite quiet here actually, which is a good thing, because I ain't in the mood for a busy place today. I just want to curl up and go to bed. Right, what time is it? It's 11:10. So if I get what I need, I can get home. We can all have lunch together as a civilised family. I better pick my mum a sandwich up actually. I'm sure she'll be grateful. I can just see her now coming home in the mood. And I'm just not up for it today, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go into Tesco's and I will catch up with you possibly for lunch. I'm not doing a shopping haul. I'm not in a shopping haul frame of mind today. I'm just gonna get what I need, go home, kids can put it all away, and yeah, I'll catch you for lunch, which is going to be a wrap of some sort, or a naan bread of some sort, or something of some sort. It's going to be food anyway. So, I said I'd meet you back for lunch, didn't I? Well, I'm just leaving Tesco. I spent nearly £100 and I've got 3 bags. 3 bags with hardly anything in it. Anyway, I was at the till, right? And I saw these things, which I'm currently eating one of. I bought them thinking, well, I'll get them for the car, because I'm not going to binge on them. And if I'm just want something in my mouth, you know, to take, give me a bit of flavour. You know, sometimes you're not hungry, you're thirsty, but you haven't got a drink, so you think, oh, I'll have a sweet. That's what these. There's a till. Per drop, there's 6 calories, right? They're not the biggest, they're quite small, smaller than an average sweet. They're all right. I definitely wouldn't binge on them. They're going straight in my glove box. They're I can't explain it. I feel a bit like I'm sucking on a tissue with TCP on it. I'd much rather it be a rhubarb and custard or an aniseed drop. You know, things full of sugar. It's alright, like. Keeps your mouth busy. Anyway, I'm stopping at my mother's. I've just picked her up a few bits which I'll put on the side so when she comes home they're there. I'm sure she'll be grateful. I got her the paper so she can have a read. Got her a sandwich for a tea because she's gone to the day centre. She'll have like a main meal there. A bottle of squash and some bananas. That's all she wanted. But yeah, if you want a low calorie something or other, they're alright. But don't be deluded and think you're buying a packet of sweets and they're only 6 calories each, because that ain't no sweet. It is a cough drop. I don't have a cough yet. Right, I am going home now. I did buy the pork patties, not patés. That's pate in it. You spread on toast. But okay, much better. I bought pork patties. I also bought ham, but I bought a bag of hash browns. So my wrap thing I'm thinking of doing, get it out of my space, is going to be the patty, slice of cheese, because they had, is it Leodema, the one with holes in it, and they had the lighter one on offer, so I picked up that. So I've got a slice of that. So it'll be a pork patty, a slice of cheese, and then I bought hash browns, bag of hash browns. So I'll do hash browns and put either 1 or 2 hash browns in it. I bought some tomatoes so I can slice up some tomatoes. I've also got iceberg lettuce in the fridge, I think, so I could put some of that in. We'll see. Anyway, I'll show you. It'll be quite a few calories, but all I've had today is 6 calories on this friggin' eucalyptus blinking effort. And I bought, I wanted beef to make the beef stroganoff, and I was going to buy like chunky diced beef. However, looking at it, it was $5.75. No, it wasn't. It was $5.75 for the small packet that would have fed 2-3 maximum. Well, I need to make it for 5. 6 if my mother turned around and said she wanted some. She probably won't. So it was £7.25 for oh, my shopping's going west. £7.25 for 1 packet, and I would have needed 2. So that's like £14.50. £14.50 for 2 packets. That's before you've got your mushrooms, your onions, and all the other stuff. Just as well buy a takeaway for what it costs to make a healthy meal. So I ended up buying the beef strips, because I'm doing them in the slow cooker, and I'm going to put it on when I go home. It's like half 12, and we won't have it till probably 6-7, so they should be nice and tender. But they were only £5.25, and I bought 2 packets, so I've spent £10.50 instead of £14.50. I just can't keep up with the price of food. So I bought them in the hope. Thing is though, when I last made beef stroganoff, I made it in my Thermomix and it was absolutely delicious, but it only made a small portion. That's the only thing with Thermomix, it doesn't make massive portions. I have got 2 jugs, so I can make double the amount, but then the first amount would be sitting there waiting while you're making the next one, you know. So I'm doing it in the slow cooker so I can get more in. But when I made that beef stroganoff, I literally bought, I can't remember what I bought. I think I bought steak at the time because it was on offer, and I just cut it into strips. So same thing, innit? And I did buy some garlic puree. I don't usually use that. I use easy garlic or fresh garlic if I've got it, but the recipe said garlic puree, so I bought that. I don't know calories in garlic puree. Can't be that much, but I know it's got oil in it, haven't it? Anyway, all my video is my vlog is me moaning, talking shit. I got no one else to talk to today, so I gotta bend your ears, guys. I know you listen. I know some of you do listen and you genuinely are interested in the dribble I talk and the things I go through and stuff. Some of you probably think, oh, turn it off, she's talking bloody crap. You know? But I am going now. It's 12:30, like I just said. I want to be home in an hour. So by the time I get home, put the stuff away, sort everything out, get the burgers on, the patties on to cook, then he'll be just about home, and I shall show you what mine is and how many calories is in it. And then I'm going to edit my video because I still haven't done that, and then it'll be time to go to the doctor's, and he'll be like, oh, you've got a problem with your leg, and I'll be like, yeah, I have. However, I was just talking to my friend, and she just said to me, and it's ridiculous that you've got to tell a couple of porky pies just to get a doctor's appointment. It's ridiculous. Where's the old days where you'd ring up, get a doctor's appointment that week or that day? Now, and it's like, we just can't get one. And they're building more and more houses where we live. There's new estates popping up everywhere. There's no more doctors, there's no more hospitals. So we can't get appointments now. Give it another 5 or 10 years. Be flipping diagnosing yourself. Right, that's enough moaning for the afternoon. Although I will be back to moan about the doctors because I know what they're gonna say. Oh, I'll write to them again. You know, oh, do they know? Right, I shall go because there's a lorry in front of me that doesn't know where he's going, and I don't want to end up in the back of it. Bye. Right, I've just made lunch. This is it. It's a wrap with a Tesco pate. I keep calling it a pate. Tesco pate. A piece of Leodema cheese. There's tomato sauce and 2 hash browns. And I'm also having this after. I will put the calories on screen. It leaves me with 900 and something for dinner. The stroganoff slow cooker recipe I was going to do and saved, I can't find out where I've saved it. I can't remember if it was on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook or where. So I went back on and found a different recipe, which was a lot easier as well. So that is on cooking, and I've already counted for my main meal. So I've only got to use calories on potato and broccoli, and I've got 900 odd left. So yeah, I'm going to have this, and I've got to be at the doctor's in an hour. So I'll catch up with you when I'm out at the doctor's. How did your doctor's appointment go, Karen? It went fucking amazing. It went amazing. Fucking horrible bastards. Honestly, I knew I shouldn't have bothered going. I knew I shouldn't have bothered going. You have to virtually lie to get an appointment, and then when you're in there, you know, you ask 2 things, and then you say, oh, by the way, I need to ask about this tablet. And she said, oh oh no, you have to make another appointment for that. I said, what? I have to make another appointment for that? So she said, can you do, and she went to give me a date for next week. I said, I ain't coming back for another appointment. I'm here now. Well, I'm not speaking to you anymore now. I've spoke to you about 2 things. She gave me a prescription for my leg, for this cream. Asked her about the weight management thing. Didn't give a fucking shit. She basically told me that they've written to them in January and said I'd hear in 2 to 3 months. I said, yeah, we're going into the 5th month, you know, in another week. Oh, well, you know, we've written to them. You've just got to wait. I said, I've waited over 2 years. Didn't give a fucking shit. So I stood up and I walked out and I got to the door and then I thought, fuck you. So I turned around, slammed the prescription on the desk. I said, you can keep that. And I walked out and come back to the car and cried like a baby. Absolute twats. Do you know, there's only that doctor and another doctor where we live, and people complain about the other doctor, saying that they're crap. So there's no point in me changing doctors, because I'm just going to go from one shit doctor to another. Do you know what though? They gave me these sertraline tablets, right? I know some of you are probably even on them. And I've left there saying to her, they're not really doing anything. They're not doing anything. And she was just like, well, anyone that was fucking off their tump could go and kill themselves or something because they're that depressed or whatever. And she was just like, well, and of course she was a lovely skinny doctor. But the fact, and then she said to me, well, you can try ringing the hospital if you want. Well, can't you write to them again? No. And the surgeon wrote to them, and that was a waste of time. Absolute bloody twats. Honestly, my fucking life. I'm 50. And I just feel like my life's over. You know, I said I can't sleep much because I can't get up the stairs because my knee's bad. I need my knee doing. Can't have my knee done because I'm overweight. I need to see weight management. I said it all comes back to my weight. I know it's my issue. I'm overweight, blah, 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 blah. And she was just like... And then when I threw the prescription down on the desk, I said, you can keep that. She just looked at me. I bet she thought, you fat girl. Honestly. I'm just going to pay for the jab. Get on with it myself. Get surgery on my knee. Probably when I'm about 65, because that's when I'll be seen. Because that's what they truly want, you to get older. They want you to get older so that you don't need it done again. Because if I had it done when I'm 50, then if I live till grand old age, which I probably won't, I probably need it done again. They reckon they only last about 15 years, don't they? Maybe I should just go up to Southern Down and drive off the fucking cliff. Put an end to my misery. Honestly though, if you've never had a weight problem, you just wouldn't get it. But if you have had a weight problem, you'll sympathise with doctors being absolute pricks. And it's a postcode lottery. I said to her, it's a postcode lottery. Like if I lived in England, Like she said, they prescribed me that Manjaro there and then. Because I live in Wales, I can't get it. It's like certain cancer treatments. If you live in one area, you're fine. If you live in another, they leave you to bloody die. Absolute pissing joke. Well, I'm gonna go and see my mother now. She probably won't even notice I've been crying. So, go and see her. And I'll be very pleasant and very nice, because I always am. And then I'm going to go home and eat 1,000 cookies. I'm not really. I never even got around to making those cookies. If I knew the outcome of that appointment, I wouldn't have bloody gone. Anyway. Enough of me being a miserable twat. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go to my mother's, and I'll see you for dinner, which... Absolute wankers. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Anyway, I'll catch up with you at dinner. So this is my dinner. It works out at 659. I was going to do mashed potato, but I couldn't be bothered. I just stuck the rice cooker on. So we've got rice. So yeah, slow cooker, beef stroganoff, rice, broccoli, and some sour cream. Well, this is as much as I've eaten of my dinner, guys. The carers rang. They went in and my mother had fallen over. So me and Warren had to go down and get her off the floor and stuff. What a bloody day I've had, I tell you what. I'm ready to bloody quit life. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, I have got 500 and that many left. So I've only actually eaten that many. I've just been so busy and miserable today because of the doctor. I've managed to get an email because I'm going to email my doctors and complain about that doctor. But I've also had an email address and telephone number of my lovely friend who found the details for weight management, because the doctor basically told me to ring them myself. So I'm going to do that. So I haven't really thought about food today. I've had, well, what have I had? I had that wrap and the Snickers, and then I had that broccoli, rice and stroganoff, which was quite nice. Yeah, my day's been crap. But basically, we were just about to eat our dinner. Well, I'd had about 3 mouthfuls and the care place rung. And I thought they were going to say they couldn't get in. So I was like, hello. And they were like, oh, the carer's down at your mum's. And she's had a fall. She's on the floor in the kitchen. So I was like, oh my God. So I was like, all right, no problem. I'll be straight down. So me and Warren went straight down. Messaged my friend's husband because he got her up last time. And he was like, right, I'll come straight round. But me and Warren managed to get her up, so I didn't need him. So I messaged back to say, right, we've got her up. Basically, me and Warren linked under her arms. We had an arm each, and we lifted her up off the floor. And then the carer popped a stool under her bum. I had ages ago off Peggy, like a disabled shower seat, and I didn't need to use it or anything, but I thought, oh, it'd be handy for Mum, and she uses it in the bedroom. So Warren went upstairs and got that. So we put that under her bum and sat her down. And then when she got her bearings then, we walked her upstairs. But as she was going up the stairs, I said to Warren to go behind her because she slipped off the step halfway up and spun round and sat on the stairs. And we were like, oh my God, I'm going to get her up again. But we managed to get her up. And then the carer sorted her out and put her to bed. And Warren got her a drink and stuff, so she was fine. She didn't hurt herself. She didn't even fall in the kitchen. She fell at the bottom of the stairs. So I think we're going to get a couple more cameras so we can keep an eye on her. Because I did look on the camera in the front room and she wasn't there. I just assumed she was probably in the kitchen making a coffee or something. But one of my friends messaged me earlier tonight after I said my mum had fallen. And I never really thought about it, but it's quite a good idea, whether my mother will be up for it or not, is moving her dining room table and chairs and sideboard and making her dining room into a bedroom. Then she wouldn't really have to go upstairs. Because whenever she falls over, she seems to fall off like the bottom step. I don't know whether she just forgets the last step's bigger. She doesn't want a stair lift because she said she wouldn't use it because she would be worried in case it broke down halfway up or halfway down. But yeah, so that is my day. I'm feeling a bit better now than my episode earlier. But I'm ending my night with a lovely message off one of my subscribers. Or shall I say, not my subscribers anymore, because they took the time to try and post on my Facebook page to tell me what a disgrace I am, what a horrible person I am, what a disgrace of a mother I am, my poor children, and I've got cancer, and they can't believe that I eat shit. And what else did she say? Oh, I think I'm a clever dick as well by taking Manjaro. She was a lovely girl. I won't bother giving her the the day of telling you what her name was. But she told me she's unsubscribing. When I'm bad for everybody's mental health. She can't bear to watch me anymore, and I'm terrible for people's mental health. So I do apologise. I'm such a terrible person. Anyway, on that note, that is me done for today. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And I can't believe I had loads of calories left. It's like midnight now. Oh, and yeah, that's the other thing. I've got absolutely no self-care. No self-care. I must be just a scrubber. Right, I shall see you later on today now because it's midnight and I'm about to stick on YouTube. Everyone else is in bed. My lovely children are in bed, but I'm a bad mother, so, you know. Right, bye. Thanks for watching.